You're watching DCTV Denton Community Television.
Hello, I am Donna Woodfork, the host of The Successful Aging Show. Thank you for sharing this time with us on Charter Cable Channel 191 and also 47.4 on Verizon Cable Channel 39. We are here each Tuesday and Thursday at 8:30 a.m., each Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday evenings at 7:30 p.m. If you have any questions concerning this show, or if you have any topics or guests that you would like us to invite to share this time with us, please call us at 940-735-4822 or email woodforkdonna@gmail.com. At this time, we're going to allow our guest to introduce himself and his relationship to Denton County.
Hi folks, my name is Constable Jesse Flores. I'm the Constable for Precinct 1. My office is located at 401 West Hickory, and anybody's welcome to come and visit my office.
Now, is your office located inside the county courthouse?
The Carroll Building. I'm on the second floor and right next door to the Justice of the Peace office.
Well, thank you so very much for sharing that. Now, we see that you have on your outfit today. So, I see that you have a few stars.
The stars, what it means, actually, this was a gift from another constable, which I really appreciate. He's a good supporter, good friend of mine, Constable Tim Birch. And when I received the appointment back in May of last year, he gave it to me to wear with pride and honor. And it just signifies as that I'm the constable, you're a constable for Precinct 1.
At this time, will you explain to us exactly what is your Precinct 1 composed of? I think it includes downtown Denton.
It does. I have a good portion of Denton, and it also encompasses Hickory Creek, Lake Dallas, Corinth, Shady Shores, and Lantana. And so that's my whole precinct. And see, within the county, you have 6 precincts, so you have 6 constables that work. It's cut up to different precincts. The way the Constitution is written, the precincts divided by the population. So as the county grows, you can possibly see another additional precinct in the near future, depending on the size of the population for the county. Each county is different. There's some counties that have 8 precincts. There's some that only have 3. But here in Denton County, we have 6 precincts with 6 Denton County constables.
Well, I never knew. I know I'm a precinct chair, and my precinct is as big as the Ponderosa,
Right.
But I can't imagine being responsible for Lake Dallas and Shady Shores and you name some more.
Corinth, Hickory Creek, Lantana, and south part of Denton.
Well, how do you all relate to the sheriff? Are the constables are not under the sheriff? Or?
No. And we get this question a lot. What is a constable and related to the sheriff, which is an excellent question that I'm looking forward to answer right now for you. The sheriff is an elected position as well as the constables. The sheriff, he's going to concentrate housing the people that are in jail. He's over the jail. He also provides patrol, criminal investigations, traffic and patrolling for unincorporated areas. For the constables, in 1876, the Texas Constitution, in Article 5, it defines our responsibilities. Legislative mandated duties is what we call it. We're responsible for civil process, such as delivering subpoenas. We also exercise, when there's a judgment under court orders, we enforce those. We also are the bailiff of the JP Court. We provide the courtroom security for the Justice of the Peace, and we execute the warrants out of the Justice of the Peace. So any traffic ticket warrants is my responsibility to execute those.
Oh, because I saw a lady when I was in Commissioner's Court the other day. She kept trying to explain to us, well, I was outside the building, that she was trying to pay a ticket. And she was looking for 401 West Hickory.
Yes.
And we kept saying there was a deputy there from the sheriff department. He kept saying, Are you saying municipal? She says no.
Okay.
So you all, your court handles what type of tickets? What's the difference between your tickets and the municipal court tickets?
Well, say that you have the DPS troopers or the county, the deputy counties, the deputies that were issued the tickets, such as the sheriff deputies and my deputies. We're going to refer you to the precinct of when we issue a citation such as, well, let's just say speeding. We're going to refer you to the Justice of the Peace Court. So Justice of the Peace Court for number one would be Judge Joe Holland, where just like a municipal court, you're going to go to that court. Now, the difference between municipality and county, like let's take an example for City of Lake Dallas. They have their own police department. When they issue a citation, they're going to refer you to their city court, not to the county. Because the city is only responsible, their police officers' jurisdiction is only within their city limits when enforcing traffic, where my jurisdiction is county-wide. So if I'm in precinct 4, I see a traffic violation and I issue that citation to that person, which I enjoy giving warnings, ladies and gentlemen, but I do, you're going to refer them to the Justice of the Peace of 4, because that's within that jurisdiction.
But you can write the ticket even though you're from 1.
Exactly.
And I am smiling because I think up until this moment, if one of you all would have stopped me and said, ma'am, I'm giving you a ticket, I would have laughed and say, I don't think you can give me a ticket. So we learned something new. I don't know why. I don't really consider you all as ticket writers. Not that I speed, though, but when I see you all, I just say, oh, they're looking for someone who wrote a hot check or something.
Right.
But now we learned something new, that you all can give tickets for parking violations or speeding violations also.
Right. And I'll give you an example. Most people don't know we're still police officers, and that's the bare minimum that we're required to do. When you have strong leadership, as I do, we create efficiency where my deputies are allowed to do more. Once we take care of our primary responsibilities, they're out actively being visible out in the community. And I'll give you an example. Just the other day, I received a complaint from Lantana, which is an unincorporated area, and they don't have their own police department, but they have sheriff deputies that patrol out there, because the sheriff deputy has to patrol the whole county, provide services. If I have availability, a citizen complained that there was an intersection where people were running a stop sign. So today I assigned one of my deputies to go out there to ask for compliance by traffic stops, whether it's a verbal warning, a written warning, or if necessary, a written citation. Our responsibility is to educate people that this is a violation, a safety issue, a concern, because heaven forbid, we don't want somebody to get like a pedestrian hit or a car accident at that intersection. So we address those concerns as well. We're very supportive of our sheriff department. We know those guys, they have a lot on their plate. And my office, my vision is that we're going to be an added resource to the citizens, and we're going to maximize their taxpayers' money as much as possible.
Well, thank you. Now, we know that you're up for re-election.
Yes.
And we know that some of us can vote for you
yes.
as constable. We have 2 primaries, of course, but we know that your primary, which is the Republican primary,
yes.
and you know, if anyone can vote, participate in your primary anyway, but we know that you have some competition.
I do.
How many do you have, 2?
I have one opponent.
One opponent. So, will you tell us some accomplishments that you have had? Because I remember when I was running for, I think, school board, I came across you.
Yes.
One of the elections I came across you. So, will you tell us how long you have been in your current position? Okay. We already know you have over 20 years
yes.
of law enforcement experience, and I never would have thought that because you look so young.
Thank you.
However, can you tell us some accomplishments that you have personally made in your leadership position as Constable of Precinct 1? And before you begin, I would like to say thank you, because at the Shell station next to the county jail,
yes.
you have your pictures everywhere.
I do.
I've never seen law enforcement with their picture everywhere like that. And you're urging people, I forget what's on the poster, but I know it's your it's your picture, and you did this almost from the beginning
Right.
of your service to let the community know that you're only one phone call away.
Right.
And I want to say thank you for that.
Not a problem. You're referring to the lock, take, and hide method.
Yes.
Because as a crime prevention specialist, for people to help lower the crime rate, just hide your valuables, lock your doors. It's a simple fix, because anything a person can look through the window of a car. If you're leaving your cell phone, your purse, your laptops, anything, it's tempting for an opportunist just to steal out of the car. So by providing information and education, we're going to help lower that crime rate. And that's the reason why those posters are in the store. Just a friendly reminder, hey, if you want to help out and support your local law enforcement to help fight crime, those little things that is encouraged will go a long way and help reduce that crime.
Well, thank you. And at this time, will you share some of your accomplishments?
Absolutely.
And how long have you been in your position?
First of all, I was appointed back in May of last year. Again, I want to give credit to the late Constable Jim Dodson. And he was well respected, well liked in the community because we came from a different generation of law enforcement. Our principles are still the same. My generation is technology. And by introducing technology to the office, it enhanced the office, such as putting computers out in our cars. And the reason why we wanted to put computers in the cars, as we're delivering these paperworks to the location, say that we can't find a person at the location, the deputy, instead of having to drive all the way back to the office to get on the computer, they can do the research out on the field, which eliminates the wear and tear of the car and spending gas going back and forth. So that's one accomplishment that we made, where I'm responsible for a $900,000 budget in the office. I'm always looking for innovative ways to keep the costs down. So what we can't afford, I have solicited for donations. And graciously, Proto has donated body cams for our deputies. And I'm not saying that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm a micromanager, but by having these cameras, it's going to ensure that the officer is going to be acting professionally at all times. So if there's a dispute with one of my deputies, it can be reviewed and resolved as quickly as possible. But again, my deputies, and I want everybody to know, in my precinct, they're an extension of me. They accepted the vision of what I have. I want more community involvement. We're being seen. Just as the Blues Festival, I was out there promoting the office. I wasn't running a campaign, I was promoting what a constable is, because we get that question all the time. I've been active in civic groups. I've been active in Chamber of Commerce, to schools. Last year, about a year and a half ago, there was a child hit while riding his bicycle going to school by a car. There was an outcry for more visibility, more patrolling. So I took it upon myself to volunteer in the morning times out in Lantana to cross the children across the school crossing. And the parents really appreciated that we provided more visibility, just to remind them, please slow down in the school zones. And another success is, once our primary duties are taken care of, my deputies are assigned to randomly pop in at an elementary school for about 10 to 15 minutes to go inside and ask the staff, is everything okay? And by doing that, my cars that have the markings of police and constable, it provides a visible deterrence to make sure that we're not going to have an active shooter come in, with the school. So I'm not one of these politicians that say we should have. I'm doing it. And I'm maximizing your taxpayers' money at all times.
Well, thank you very much, because as original leadership, or I should say the leadership we knew 10, 20 years ago, they're retiring, they're dying, they're becoming sick. It's nice to know that there are young people coming on, but that you have a good work ethic. And that's one thing I must say about our county and our city. We are rarely in the news for anything.
Right.
Unlike Dallas.
Right.
Law enforcement is always in the news for something. So I want to say, even though you're not old, but
Thank
you're
you.
not young. I want to say thank you for your
Right.
over 20 years of service as law enforcement, because that is a job that I've never wanted, because you never know what you're going to come upon, and you're not always promised to go home at the end of your
Right.
shift. Yes.
Well, if I can stress something, because I did something with my career, I believe in training, because training is going to be important, especially with myself and my deputies, because it's going to reduce liability for the office. Because I do not want the office to get sued, because I am responsible for a $900,000 budget. And so what I concentrate, the highest certification you can get as a police officer is a Master's Peace Officer certification, which everybody, it was the exception of one, who has his college degree, and he just lacking time, has their certifications. So I believe a leader should be equal or above certification those that he leads. And that's really important, ladies and gentlemen, that you do your homework on myself and my opponent, because I do have the experience. I have my constable certification, I have my supervisor certification, I have experience running the budget, I have a proven track history. And that's really important. And don't be fooled by the years of a person that worked, because how many of us have worked in a workplace where you work with somebody that just did the bare minimum? They can say I had 20 years of experience, but what did they do with their career? I did something in the Louisville Police Department. I was always active. I took charge of community projects. I was seen. Just coming onto the UNT campus, I bumped into an ex-student of mine who was really appreciated that I took the time to take interest and actually cared about their future. So that's really important, and that's the message that I'm trying to send. Please, do your homework on us, and I believe in my precinct. I built a home in my precinct. I started a family in my precinct. I worship in my precinct. I'm going to be your constable for a very long time.
Well,
and you're never going to see me in the office because I'm out of here meeting you.
well, thank you. Now we know that this is the primary. And can you give us what number do we call if we want to volunteer to keep you in your office? What number do we call if we want to volunteer to get out some flyers for you? Or if we simply want to take people to the poll to vote for you as constable?
Well, because I'm a police officer, don't call 911 for that stuff. That's the joke. You can contact me at 940-600-0838. That's my personal cell phone number. And I'll be happy to take any volunteers, and any help is appreciated. We're about, I believe, 10 days away from early voting ending, in which I stress early voting is the way to go, ladies and gentlemen, because you can vote anywhere. And because in the primary, which is March 4th, you have to go to your assigned area, and it can get a little bit confusing and chaotic.
Well, great. Now, did we cover all of your accomplishments that you have?
Well, I'll always have accomplishment, and I'm always going to strive to accomplish more for my precinct and citizens anywhere in Denton County. But like I said, the accomplishments that I'm proud of is my staff and the supporters and the citizens out here. They've been phenomenal. And like I said, I just want to continue to be available at any time. And I'm out there actively working for them.
Now, is there a website? We know that you do have a re-election campaign. Website we can go to, and also an email.
Yes, I made it as simple as possible to remember. Is constableflores.com. That's FLORES.com. Constable Flores.
Is there an email?
Yes, there's Jesse, Jesse, FLORES 276 at yahoo.com.
And once again, you are the constable for Precinct 1.
That is correct.
That includes downtown Denton.
And it extends all the way to the Lake Bridge, Louisville Lake Bridge, which is Hickory Creek, Shady Shores, and then it goes all the way into Lantana.
Well, thank you. And what if we would like to volunteer to assist you as far as using our cell phones to call friends to come to the poll and vote for you? What are some of the things that you need volunteers for at this moment?
Right now, currently, I need help with the polling sites, which is the election office located here in Denton off of Kimberly Drive, just on the other side of Lowe's. There's various times at Corinth City Hall and Lake Dallas City Hall. But the biggest help is social media. If you believe in my message and you believe that you want me to be your constable, encourage people to go vote. And remember, you're only going to find me on the Republican ticket, the primary, and that's where my name is. And I'm encouraging people to call their friends and family and to go out and vote, because this is really important, because the constable's office, we're out here, we're meeting people, we're helping people as much as possible. And so I want to continue to be your constable. It would be an honor to do so.
Thank you. And we want to remind people that even though they may be Democrat, if they just want to vote for you, they can participate in the Republican primary.
Yes.
And then in November, they can vote for the other Democrats that they want to vote for.
That is a very good point. When you walk in, they're going to ask you what party, and if you want to vote for me, you have to announce Republican. And then, just like you said, in the general election, if they want to vote in the general election, then they can vote Democrat. And I already had several of them express that they were going to cross the line to vote for me because they believe in me.
I believe in you too.
Thank you.
If I wasn't the elected Democratic precinct chair, but because of the bylaws, I can't vote for you in the primary. But I want to tell people that in the end, I'm a former summer intern of State Senator Royce West, and he used to always tell me, in the end, it doesn't matter, okay, if you're a Democrat or Republican, that only gets you into the office.
Absolutely.
Once you're in the office, you service all people.
And that's very well said, and that's what we do in our office. It doesn't matter color, it doesn't matter affiliation, political affiliation. You ask for our help, we're going to assist you at all times.
Are you a good listener? Because that matters, because, you know, we African-American women, we can get emotional when you mess with our children sometimes.
Yes.
So are you the type of law enforcement, if you have someone who's a minority, female, minority male, African-American, Spanish-speaking, and we come down like, I want to talk to the person in charge. Are you the type of officer where you can really listen and kind of like understand why that parent or that spouse is very upset?
Yes, we are. We definitely are compassionate and very understanding. We understand that some of the things we do, it can create a situation just like you explained. Yes. Because I have a diversity within my office. I was the first Hispanic constable in Denton County, so that counts a lot with the Hispanic community. I have an African-American deputy that I hired in my office is also approachable, and his name is Deputy Ken Fuller, who's an excellent hard worker. And like I said, but any of my deputies in my office are good listeners. Yes. And what I stress upon is customer service, but also officer safety at the same time. People got to understand that I want my deputies to be safe. They're going to listen, but let's maintain safety as a priority for everyone. And I'll give you an example. There's times that we're giving court orders to take possession of a child. And knock on wood, that my deputies, because of their experience, that they've been able to talk and able to remove the child without having to use force, because we don't want to play a tug of war with the child, with the parents.
Well, Constable Flores, the time has really gone really fast. We hope that you are reelected so you can come back and after you're reelected and spend some time with us. And we will have the information on the screen, how people can volunteer or call. And we want to say thank you for doing a great job. And we look forward to having you on our show again.
Thank you very much. It was an honor being here, and I appreciate it, and God bless everybody, and thank you.
We want to say thank you all for sharing this time with us on the Successful Aging Show. Please share with your family and friends that we're here each Tuesday and Thursday morning at 8:30 a.m., each Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday night at 7:30 p.m., on Charter Cable 191 and also 47.4 on Verizon Cable 39. Please call us at 940-735-4822. Have a nice day.